everyone, welcome to Preeti's Kitchen. Today we'll be baking eggless bourbon biscuits. These are very popular in India. Everybody knows them as Britannia Bourbon Biscuits. Today we're going to try making them at home. These biscuits are intense chocolate biscuits sandwiched between rich chocolate buttercream filling. So let's get started. So the first thing, I'm going to make the buttercream, for which we need cocoa powder, confectioner's sugar or icing sugar, and butter, soft butter. Whisk it till it becomes a smooth filling. I'm adding about a tablespoon of milk. So the cream is ready. Let's keep this aside. You can also keep it in the fridge just to chill it for some time so that it's easier to spread it on our biscuits. The first thing we'll do, we'll sift our flour, our purpose flour. Since I'm using unsalted butter, I'll add a pinch of salt. In case you're using salted butter, omit the salt. Baking soda and cocoa. We'll keep this aside. In another bowl, we're going to put our butter, unsalted butter, and take brown sugar. If you want chewy cookies or softer cookies, then you can use brown sugar. In case you want crispy cookies, you can swap it with white sugar, castor sugar. So I'm taking brown sugar because I want a little softer cookies. And we're going to beat this till it becomes soft and creamy. Very important to have soft butter and not melted butter for cookies. If you use melted butter, your cookies will spread faster when you put it on the cookie sheet. So to this we are going to add the mixture of flour and cocoa powder. To this I'm going to add a tablespoon of honey. You can also take agave or golden syrup, whatever you have at home. I have honey. We'll bring this together. So I'm going to use my whisk to bring it together. So when the mixture looks like this, use your hands to bring it together. It comes out like this. We're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk, depending how much milk you require to bring your dough together. So go gradually pouring the milk. Don't pour all together. So I've added about 3.5. It depends on the moisture in the weather where you're staying. Humid days it requires less moisture content, and in summers it requires a little bit more. So the dough is all ready. It's time to put it in a cling film. Just put it in a cling film like this, just wrap it and leave it in the refrigerator for about half an hour. The dough is ready. I've taken it out from the fridge. It's been resting for 30 minutes. Let's roll this out. I've taken 2 parchment paper. Keep one underneath and the dough here, so it's easier to roll out. I'm going to take half of this. The other half I'll do it later. So there's going to be a little work in making bourbon biscuits. You have to remove the ones which are not even. I have taken almost about 1.5 centimeters of the width, the height of the bourbon, because it is going to bake it will take some more height. I'm going to take 1 inch width. I'm taking about 2 inches of the length. So this is what I have taken. Make sure the length is the same so that when you make them a sandwich, it should lie perfectly on each other. Do the same with the rest of the dough as well. So the cookies are on the tray. I've taken a 1 inch width and a 2 inch length. In case you want a longer length, you can do the same. So now it's just the time to poke some holes. So we can make about, just to make them look like the bourbon. I'm poking about 8 holes. Do the same with all the cookies. The holes are already been pricked in the cookies, as you can see. We'll bake them for about 10 to 11 minutes in the preheated oven of 180 degrees Celsius. And 2 minutes before you take them out, just sprinkle some granulated sugar on it and bake it for the last 2 minutes. The bourbon biscuits are out of the oven. They're completely cooled. Let's sandwich them with the buttercream, which we made a while ago. So when you're taking it out of the fridge, to sandwich, just thaw the cream for some time, for 5 minutes on the counter on room temperature, and then you can start applying. It's easier to apply when it is thawed. The time of baking for bourbon biscuits depends on the thickness of the biscuits. So if you're making a thicker biscuit, it will take a little longer. There, this is how it looks. We'll do the same thing with the others as well. So the bourbon biscuits are all sandwiched with the buttercream, you can see. Just leave them for some time on the counter so that they get set properly, and then you can keep them in an airtight container. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe, and thank you for watching.